Welcome, beautiful soul, for this practice for new moon in June. We're going to start off in a seated position. Now, ideally, if you can, sit in Ardha Siddhasana with your left heel in towards your groin, right heel in front, and I am sitting up on a bolster. And if your knees are really high, you can support your knees with cushions or blocks or something else. And I just find it helps me sit a lot more easily, because the idea is our spine is nice and upright, so that energy can flow. Obviously, you can sit cross-legged or in lotus, or if all else fails, sit on a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Now I'm going to bring in something called Mahaji Mudra, which is called the Mudra of Will. It's associated with Manipura chakra, with our center of willpower, our solar plexus. So you're going to interlink your hands and you're going to bring your middle fingers together. And then with your thumbs, you're going to bring the thumb tips together. So you're making that kind of shape. So your middle fingers are extended, your thumb tips are touching, you're in your seated position. And you relax your hands, so your kind of thumb tips are pointing towards you, middle fingers are extending outwards, and just softly close your eyes. And focusing your awareness on the breath. As I'm talking, I want you to imagine breathing in and out through your left nostril. So that's your lunar side. Left nostril is our lunar energy. So just using nothing but your intention, your awareness. Notice the sensation of the air passing through your left nostril on the in-breath. And as it passes out through your left nostril on the out-breath. Breathing as gently as you can, not trying to force the breath. Now it says that this Cancer moon is giving us a super dose of cosmic self-empowerment. And all it takes to make the most of this energy is believing in yourself, and also believing that your goals, your dreams, your desires matter. They're in your heart for a reason. You know, we're here to constantly have goals, constantly have desires, constantly have dreams. And all it takes to make the most of this energy is believing in yourself. And this June new moon calls on you to trust your instincts, your intuition, and to trust the universe. And this new moon can give you the energy to provoke you to move towards your dreams and goals. But first, you need to know exactly what they are. And so much of our discontent comes from the fact that as humans, on one hand, we desire and need a sense of safety and security. On the other hand, we also desire and need a sense of instability, a sense of excitement, a sense of uncertainty. And so many of us kind of don't have any goals, any dreams, or we don't, go after our desires because we don't think we can achieve them, or we don't think we deserve it, or some other story that we've told ourselves. And it's all rubbish. It's all rubbish. We're here to be constantly setting goals, and it's not a case of, oh, you have one goal, you get it, and that's it. No, we want to be constantly having a goal, constantly desiring something better for ourselves, whether it's going somewhere, whether it's changing our life in some way, whatever it may be. So firstly, you ask yourself, what are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your desires? If you knew that failure was not possible, what would you be working towards? If you knew you could do, be, or have absolutely anything, what would you be doing? If you remembered that your dreams are in your heart for a very good reason, because you're meant to go after them, what are those dreams? And focus on your qualities and your strengths. And ask yourself how you can begin to amplify them. Also remembering that quite often we don't acknowledge or recognize our own qualities or our own strengths because that's just the way we are. But think of the things that you do with ease or things that other people say that you're good at. What do you really enjoy? What lights you up? And focus on those qualities. Still breathing in and out through your left nostril. Imagine drawing in white light energy in and out through that left nostril, as if you're breathing in moonlight through that left nostril. As you visualize drawing that energy in, feel, sense, or imagine a circle of white light energy in the center of your brain. And with each breath, imagine that energy getting more vibrant, brighter. It starts to light up the whole of your head, your skull, as if your whole head is filled with white light energy. Taking another nice deep breath in. So this mudra is associated with Manipura chakra, solar plexus chakra. So we might have a goal, we might have a dream, we might have a desire, but we need the oomph, the impetus to actually propel us forward into action. It's kind of like our battery, our storehouse center. Take one more nice deep breath in. And breathing all the way out. At the end of the exhale, gently opening your eyes, undo your hands. If you're on a bolster or a block, come off it. Keeping your left leg bent, foot in. Just bring your right foot to the floor. With your right hand, and my camera sometimes reverses it, so remember that. With your right hand, bring your thumb and index finger, the tips of the index fingers together, squeeze the fingers together, and just extend that arm out. With your other hand, just bring your fingertips to the floor. And then soften or close your eyes. Now your right butt cheek might be slightly off the floor, that's okay. Try and lengthen up through the crown of the head. And even though you may be inside, just visualize Mother Earth beneath you. So the green goddess Tara is often associated with Mother Earth. And I want you to visualize yourself on Mother Earth. So you can imagine zooming out as if you can see your body from above. Imagine you can see from the sky yourself looking down and seeing yourself sitting on Mother Earth. Reminding yourself that this whole earth, this whole planet is your resource, your resource, source, divinity, life force, cosmic energy. So the earth is your resource and your playground. You know, we're here for a reason. We deserve to be here, and we're here to live a full life. You know, we tell ourselves stories that, oh, we're not deserving, we're not worthy, we're not good enough, all this kind of rubbish that we tell ourselves, and it really isn't true. And I want you to bring in the affirmation, I am ready and willing to trust my innate inner wisdom. I am ready and willing to trust my innate inner wisdom. You know, I've spoken about this before, that, you know, some people think that intuition is just something that some people have, or it's a bit woo-woo, but actually we're all intuitive. We all have a strong sense of inner wisdom. Intuition is inner tuition. It's just that we've lost the ability to listen to it or to trust it. So I am ready and willing to trust my innate inner wisdom. That's our inner guidance system, our GPS system. The thing is, if we don't know where we want to go, it's like setting out in your car, having no idea where you want to go, where you want to end up. So your GPS system just sends you around in circles because you don't know where you're headed. So you're not going to move towards those goals, dreams, desires if you don't actually know what they are. So whether it's to learn a new skill, whether it's to go on holiday, whether it's to improve your health, whether it's to find a new relationship, whatever it is, you need to know what it is so you know in which direction to set off in. Take another nice deep breath in. I am ready and willing to trust my innate inner wisdom. At the end of the exhale, you're just going to switch legs, bring the other foot in towards your groin, resting the other foot on the floor, and bring the thumb tip, index finger together, squeeze the fingers together so there's no kind of lazy hands. Extend that arm out, relax the shoulders, and bring the other hand fingertips to the floor, trying to lengthen up through the crown of the head. And you can visualize your connection with Mother Earth through your foot, through your tailbone. You can imagine roots extending down from your tailbone, like an extension of your tailbone down into Mother Earth. So that as you breathe in, you can imagine drawing energy up through those roots, through your tailbone, all the way up your spine. I am ready and willing to trust my innate inner wisdom. And you may feel a sense of resistance as you say that, or you may feel a sense of relief or release. Still breathing nice and deeply. So this posture can be quite grounding. It might feel like we're not really doing a lot, but it is actually quite grounding. You're grounding through your lower body, the part of the body that's in contact with the floor. You're grounding through this foot. Shoulders relax, extending up through the crown of the head. So the most important thing in yoga is a nice tall spine, because when we collapse our spine, we're collapsing our whole energy system. And just taking one more nice deep breath in and let it go. And release the hands, release your legs, bring yourself on to your hands and knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Spread out your hands and imagine roots extending down from your hands, and then again drawing up energy through your hands from Mother Earth. As you breathe in, drop your belly, draw your heart forward, lift your chin slightly, pause for a second in this position. As you breathe out, tuck your tailbone under, lift through the back of your heart, and gently draw your chin in towards your chest. Again, holding for a second in this position, but without holding tension. And inhale as you flow forward, drawing your heart forward. Exhaling as you arch up, stretching the front and back of the body. Try to make the movement last the whole breath. The breath lasts the whole movement. Breathing in, find that little lift with your tailbone. Tuck your toes under, sit your bum back to your heels. So you maybe just slide the hands towards you a little bit. Take the hands a little bit wider. Slide your shoulder blades away from the ears. Press into your hands so your knees pop off the floor. And slowly start to lift into a down face dog. As you breathe in, bend your knees, press your chest to your thighs. As you breathe out, press your heels towards the floor, opening up the backs of the legs. Do that a few times, really energize those legs. Don't worry if your heels don't touch the floor. Imagine pressing your chest towards your thighs, still drawing up energy through your hands, through your roots. Keep that slight lift in your tailbone to open up the backs of the knees. This time, hold it here. We're going to bring the right foot between the hands. You can step it through. If it gets stuck, you can pick it up and carry it through, or you can drop to your knees and bring the knee through. Drop the back knee down. Make sure this knee is over the ankle. Lift up, relax the shoulders. You want to always feel like you're leaning backwards. Hug the thighs in towards the midline. Squeeze your thigh bones with your thigh muscles. And imagine there's like a pool or pond in front of you, and you see the moon reflected on that. And you're going to inhale, sweep forward and up, and exhale, bring the hands down. So imagine scooping up that moonlight on the water and bathing yourself with it. Inhaling forward and exhaling. Bathe yourself in moonlight. As you breathe in, say to yourself, I trust my intuition. As you breathe out, say to yourself, I trust the universe. I trust my intuition. I trust the universe. The moon is associated with the water element, so fluidity, expression. Oh, once more, inhale, I trust my intuition. Exhale, I trust the universe. And bring your hands down, tuck the back toe under, straighten the leg, and then turn slightly, feet are turned slightly out. And we're just going to sweep side to side, little side lunge, just letting your hands drape along. Don't worry if they don't touch the floor. Just imagine you're trailing your fingers in water, just breathing in and focusing on that fluidity, expression, like seaweed floating in the ocean, loosening up into your hips. Let the spine be nice and fluid. Then you're going to go over to the left. You're going to turn into that lunge. You might need to wiggle that foot back. You're going to drop the back knee. And you're going to come up into that low lunge on the other side. Again, double check. This front knee is over your ankle, so wheel it forward if it isn't. Hug the thighs into the midline. Squeeze your tush. Imagine your river, ocean, pond with moonlight on it. Inhale as you reach forward. Scoop up the moonlight. Exhale. Bathe yourself in that energy. Inhaling, I trust my intuition. Exhaling, I trust the universe. Keeping the legs firm, so keep squeezing your thigh bones with your thigh muscles. I trust my intuition. I trust the universe. Once more. Again, bring your hands down, tuck the back toe under, turn the legs back into that position so the feet are turned slightly out. Again, sweep side to side, shifting the weight side to side, breathing in and breathing out. And come to center, turn the toes slightly forward. Now lift up into a flat back position. Exhale, bend the knees slightly, bring your hands to your hips, belly firm. Exhale, calm the rest If I knew that failure was not possible, what would I be working towards? If I knew there was no such thing as failure, what would I be working towards? What is a burning dream or desire? What have I been thinking that I'd love to do? What lights me up? And we all have goals, dreams, or desires. Just most of us don't go after them. Most of us, we tell ourselves we can't do it, or we don't have time, or we don't have the resources, or some such story we tell ourselves, right? I want you to visualize yourself planting the seed of intention. So everything starts with a thought. Every single thing starts with a thought. This bolster started with a thought. Someone had the thought one day that it would be a good idea to have something to sit on to enable people to sit more easily. This house started with a thought. Everything starts with a thought. So that thought is your seed of intention. And imagine planting that seed into a pot. And you're going to nurture it with the right soil. And the soil for you is your environment. And your environment is not just where you are, it's the people you surround yourself with, it's the things you listen to, the things you read. And we nourish that seed with the correct water, nutrients, sunlight. And things don't happen overnight. Another reason us humans give up is because things don't happen as quickly or the way that we want them to or expect them to. But what if you only fail when you quit? And what if, even if you don't get what you want, it's because there's something better out there for you? So think of your goal, your dream, your desire, whatever it may be, and visualize it as a seed. This is your intention. And it may take a week to grow, it may take a month, it may take 5 years. So things don't work on our timeline, they work on the universe's timeline. But visualize planting that seed of intention. And set a plan right now. What steps can you take today to start you moving in the direction of your dream? Remembering small steps lead to big results. And one small step is better than no step. A small action is better than no action. So decide right now what step you can take today, even if it's just planning, researching, whatever, that you can and will make today to start you in the direction. And see yourself performing that step. As I say, it may just be researching, it may be finding something out, it may be asking someone a question, it may be getting really clear on what your dream is. Also keep in mind that things don't always go the way we want to. Nothing in nature runs linear, so a path anywhere is never going to be straight and smooth. But if you stay focused and keep moving forward, you will reach your destination. It may not happen exactly when you want it to, but as long as you keep moving forward, you will get there. It's just most of us tend to give up too quickly. And make sure that when you finish this practice, you go and take that step. And take a nice deep breath in. And let it go. And place both hands over your heart. And give thanks as if it's already there. It's already yours. It's a bit like making an order on Amazon. You've put in your order. You know what you want. You don't know whether it will arrive. It might arrive tomorrow. It might arrive next week. but you're sure it's going to arrive. And as with Amazon, you know, once you put in your order, we don't go straight and look out the window. You know, you don't like click buy and then go look out the window. If it's not here yet, not here yet. You know, we know it's coming. So we want that same kind of sense. But the thing is, we need to actually take action. So it's all very well setting an intention, but that doesn't mean we can just sit back and, oh, it'll happen anyway. But give thanks as if it's already yours. And know that when you get up from this practice, you are going to take that step that you decided on a moment ago. When you're ready, opening your eyes, bring your hands to your heart, heart to your hands. Take a little bow to seal your practice. We've got Mr. Flumplestiltskin here as well now. We've got Lulu as well. They love to come in and join in. When I was videoing the park, I often get dogs coming up and joining me on the mat as well because they love the energy. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. And I'd love to hear what your goals, what your dreams, what your desires are. You know, we often tell ourselves stories like, oh, it's wrong to want more than I've got and blah, blah, blah. And that is complete and utter bullshit, basically. You know, your desire, whatever it may be, is on your heart for a reason. And you deserve to make it happen. So let's make it happen. So much love to you. Mwah!